Hello folks, this is Ralf with Stray Benzes. Had snapping gear shifts on a old W126 300SDL, SD, anything that has the good old 4-speed transmission. Happened to me. I thought the transmission was going bad because from first to second, second to third, all the way to the fourth, I mean, this thing jerked so bad, and I changed the tranny fluid, the filter. Nothing seemed to change. There was no debris or anything else in the pan, so I was like, what in the world? The linkage just is okay, and so I thought, let's just go to the basics, and I found one little thing, just a little thing that can save you literally $1,000, because a transmission, even on eBay, the cheapest that I found is at least $300 plus installation and then you may actually figure out it's still going to do the same thing. So here's what I found. A couple of things. The old 30-year-old technology is all mechanical, meaning a lot of things can go wrong if they're not in tune with one another. First of all, the linkage here this is the 6-cylinder model, the 603 engine. That is linked to the transmission by ways of linkages and cables and stuff like that. And the other thing that you must not forget is that everything is vacuum operated. So a couple of things I found is these hoses here make absolutely sure you have good vacuum. So right here, you come from the vacuum pump, put a vacuum gauge on it, and then literally go one port at a time and figure out where's my vacuum going. I found a couple of leaks here, a couple of leaks up here. That worked okay. And then I found another really interesting thing that I got to tell you about that was apparently the problem. And that is this little solenoid valve here, and how to check it. Because if this thing does not work, the boost pressure that comes from up here, that's sensed up from up here, goes through the valve, and if that is not allowed to go all the way back to your fuel injection pump, because that is helping regulate how much fuel goes to the engine, it causes for your gas pedal to be in the wrong position if you're lacking power, and that is causing for the darn thing to jerk like crazy during gear shifts. So here's how you check it. All right, I loosened up the upper port right there, took that hose off, and the supply boost pressure line that's now sitting up here comes from this port right there. Make sure that this port is clean. I actually took a pipe cleaner and blew that out, so to make absolutely sure that line is clean. And then take electrical contact cleaner, either this way or with hold on. So this one here is clean as a whistle. Just cleaned it the other day. Make sure this is clean. Without energy, without ignition, this thing is supposed to be wide open. So there should be good solid flow in and out of there. Otherwise it won't work. And the other check that you ought to do, I'm just going to put that back on here. Put the screw back on tight. The other thing that you need to do is take off this little contact, the plug, and let's check whether or not the darn thing still works. And what I have for that is a 12-volt power supply and a couple of alligator clamps with cables, and I'm gonna quickly connect that here. Make sure those contacts don't touch each other because you don't want to fry the battery or the valve. There you go. There. Oh. All right. On here. And if this thing works right, you should just hear a quick click. There you go. And that one is in good shape. It works. And you put everything back, and you'll also notice that your car is going to have more power, but most of all, this thing is just going to take off like crazy now, and it will shift a lot smoother. It was just mind-boggling how this little thing can make such a huge difference on the old mechanical controlled engines. Good luck, and don't do as I did.